Welcome to another episode of Silk Sessions After Hours Unfiltered. I'm your girl, Mimi Michelle, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcaster. I'm so happy to be back today. Now, look, I don't have a cocktail for conversation today. I was going to make y'all a martini, but the truth is, when I got in last night, I was really, really tired. And since I couldn't give y'all 100%, I didn't record last night. Normally, y'all know I record late at night, but it is like 10:58, so I got to do this really, really fast because I got to post it today. So instead, I made a little Tazo tea in my M cup, with a little honey. Plus, I need it. I still have all that congestion and stuff in my chest. And man, so we're going to do things a little differently today because I got some notes. I want to tell y'all some stuff because it's just been on my heart. So let's get this party started. Let me get another sip of this good old tea. It has the Tazo pack, the passion flavor. You know, that's my favorite, y'all. That's my favorite of all times. But I think I'm gonna start customizing it because I need a little mint too. And I think a little mint, I want to put mint leaves. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all will never see me make a cocktail with mint leaves that I got to muddle and stuff. I don't like vegetables in my cocktails. Okay. I don't like, fighting with, that's why you never see me drink a mojito. That is not my judge. That is not my thing. So how you feeling about this? I don't know. It's cute on film, but in person, I think it's too new. It's too new and they be all over the place. And maybe I should cut it into like a little, situation. But I digress. Anyway, y'all know I be click, click, click. But anyway, so I just wanted to get on. Oh, we was talking about them cocktails. See, I lost my train of thought. You'll never see me making like a mojito or nothing because I don't like that. And I like my cocktails simple. I like them easy to do. I want them easy to do because I want them easy to do for you. You know, like when we was in elementary school and middle school and we were teaching us fractions and then it got all complicated. No, half equals whole. Okay, so that's how my cocktails will always be. And that's how my cocktail book is. If y'all want to get it, y'all can go get it. It's on Amazon. It's called hashtag I'm just drinking cocktails for conversation. Well, I said that backwards. It's cocktails for conversation. Hashtag I'm just drinking. And before I get to these over here, I wanted to say something to y'all. Let me pull up my notes. Sometimes, like when you win an award, you have to have your little format. So I was in my feelings and I was overwhelmed with gratitude today. And I just want to say thank you to my day ones. And when I say my day ones, I absolutely mean my day ones. People who have been there when I started podding in 2017 with hashtag I'm just saying. And when I started back podding, they came right on back. So thank y'all. I love y'all so much. And um I want to say thank you to the night shift crew. I want to say thank you to my silk circle. See, I'm giving y'all names now. I want to thank my the after dark squad, the MeMob, because baby, let me tell y'all, I noticed that the views are coming up. They coming up now, but I need y'all to subscribe to my channel. Get involved, ask questions, leave your comments. I need the me mob. I need y'all to engage so they can push me out. Now, I also want to say thank you for supporting me in this indie author journey of mine. This is something I never thought that I would do. And baby, let me tell y'all something. Y'all been buying this series. I sold some last night. They was like, I want mine, I want mine, I want mine. And I was ready to give. I keep them in my car. So no, should I say that? Because if y'all know what my car look like, y'all liable to bust my windows out and take the trilogy. No, I'm just playing. But if you want your copy, go over to Amazon and get it. Go over to Amazon and get it. It's the Night Shift at Hope Central. And let me tell you, if you want the Night Shift at Hope Central trilogy, I'm gonna leave all the links. But if you click on that, and then once it opens up, it's gonna say one of three, and it will soon say one of four because this comes out in June. It's gonna say one of three. If you click that, all three of the trilogy will pop up. So you got the Night Shift at Hope Central, you got the second, no, that's the second dose of deception, and the second dose of deception, the reckoning. Now I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this. This is some good juice where the medicine is clean, but the staff ain't. Baby, ooh, 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 wee. And because y'all know I'm not having sex right, it's a whole lot of good juice in these books. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. So please, if you don't have your copies, if you don't, go ahead and click the links today and get your copies. I'm trying to say, let me tell you who inspired me to start pushing this. Because, normally I get on here and I talk about, different topics or whatever. But Michael Jackson inspired me. I was on YouTube last night, pretty much checking my analytics and stuff. And I saw not the making of Thriller, the video, but the album in itself. And he was so inspirational, how he looked at things, how he manifested, how he mapped things out, how he planned it, how he was strategic. And he would say, I'm going to sell this many records. And I believe if you just speak it into the universe, I love Jesus, I love the Lord. And if you just ask him, come on, y'all, I need y'all to help me sell these copies because my body can't be standing up behind the chair forever. But I can write these stories as long as God give me a creative mind. And baby, this new book is called Deeper Than Us. It's a love story. Now, it's going to take me a while to write this one because I'm not in love right now. I am not. I don't have no prospects. I don't have, I would say I don't have no, but I don't have any, but I'm talking to y'all. We cool like that. I don't have any prospects right now. I don't have anybody that's interested in me. And so to write from a place of love right now is kind of difficult. So I'm going to have to reach back and just pull from all my friends who are in love or all the stories I've heard behind the chair or the people that I've been in love with. Because I've been in love, let's see, like 3 times? 3 for sure. One was really hard to that, but them soul ties be real. So, draining. See, I needed this tea. Um, yeah, that's my next book, and it's gonna be amazing. And when y'all get the book, I'm sorry, but when y'all get the book, I want y'all to go on Amazon. I want y'all to go on my social. I want y'all to tag me and tell other people because we often tell everything. Like when Diddy was on trial, everybody was sharing that foolishness. If somebody passed away, like I remember when Frankie Beverly died, oh, rest in paradise, oh, rest in peace. Like he was our uncle, which he was before I let go. I mean, everybody shared that. But not just me as an indie author. There are a lot of indie authors. If my indie authors are viewing right now, chime in. Let them know we need their help. It's about to be a bust down. We're about to do some things. I see this as being a series on Stars or Netflix or HBO. Everybody say Tubi. I was like, I don't know about Tubi. And I'll keep my comments to myself about that. But I just want y'all to come on, help us out. My indie authors, get in the chat. Get in the chat. Let's talk about it. Okay? So now let's get to this show. Let's get to a little bit of the show, what I want to talk about. Because today I want to talk about the 90s. The Night Shift at Hope Central Trilogy, available on Amazon now. So look, I told y'all I was on YouTube, right? And hey, YouTube family. And they were talking about the Atari documentary and how Atari was one of the first video games. Now, I don't know if y'all had Atari, but we had an Atari 2600. And like I told y'all, my daddy was about that life. He was living in a world that I don't invite nobody to, right? But one day he came home with a ping pong table. Now we don't know where this nickel got this from, but he came home with a ping pong table and he came home with like some board games and an Atari 2600. Now, we only got the game that came with it because, like I told you, my mama struggled because of my daddy's habit. But we had that and we played like pong. Remember that ping pong and the Frogger game. Now, up until the day my daddy could play, my daddy loved video games and he would take us to the arcade when he like I didn't live with them, but when I would come visit and then when I did live with them, every now and then he would come home and he would give us $20 and it would be me, him, my sister, and my mom. My mom liked Centipede. I liked Miss Pac-Man. And I don't know what Tina played. She probably played Miss Pac-Man too. And we would just get quarters and we would just play video games. Those are the memories that I love about my dad. I know he had his struggles but he was a genius too. He was just a genius in a different way. And I believe if he wouldn't have gotten to that life of drugs, I think he would have been a totally different person. But I was watching the Atari documentary and there started to be a lot of copycats. And did you know that Steve Jobs was one of the employees of Atari? Had no clue. And he worked with Atari for little of nothing. That's what I'm talking about. Sometimes you got to give a little to get a little, boy. You got to do that. You got to put yourself out there. And sometimes you got to do some things for free. Like I was at the hospital with my mom the other day, I told y'all, and I was talking to this little girl. She said she was a social media influencer, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." You know what I'm saying? So whether she's a big social media influencer or not, I put my book in her hands. She was like, "Oh yeah, give me all your social media platforms, and I'm gonna post it because that's what you need." Let me tell you something. You want to win? You got to believe in yourself first. See, I forgot to plug my mic up the first time. So I hope y'all can hear it, okay? But yeah, so I remember, video games. Then they started making computers. And that's when the video game stuff started to decline because now you can have your video game at home. But did you know that one of the creators of Atari is the man who started Chuck E. Cheese's when video games started to decline? That in itself was genius because he was like, people are not going to the arcades anymore to play video games. But if I set up a whole thing for kids with games, coins, and tickets, and serve pizza and had them dance and things, that was genius. And those kids are still going to Chuck E. Cheese to play those games. Half the time, some of the games don't even work. But you know what? I remember Chuck E. Cheese when it came out, but I remember Showbiz. Now, Showbiz is where the teenagers used to go. When Showbiz closed, I was so very sad, just like we used to have. So it was 2 pesos and Taco Cabana. They got into a lawsuit and then 2 pesos went away. But the truth of the matter is, we loved 2 pesos more. They had the best chicken wings. It was the best place to go to after the club. And oh boy, when they disappeared, we were sad. Now, another thing about the 90s that I love, well, some of that was 80s and 70s, but the 90s, when we used to go to the club, man, We actually went to dance. We went to meet people and we went to dance. And we danced. And girls weren't always super naked back then. Like it was nothing to have on a half shirt and some baggy jeans. Or, that's when the biking tights was out. Oaktown 357 changed my life. Let's talk about it. So my hair had been long forever. And like salt and pepper and let's see, salt and pepper and MC Light and like even Big Daddy Kane, they all had like the flat tops. And I wanted that, but I didn't want to cut my hair. So back then, used to cut down the sides and then cut the top short and leave the back long. And my hair was like down to here in the back. So I would cut the top short and do the sides, and I would put the back in a ponytail so it would appear like I had short hair. And one day, well, actually, this is how it happened. So I asked this girl to crimp, because that's when crimps was out. And the crimps were like you would spray them and then you would crimp them. They were hard. That's when we had stacks. Come on, talk that talk. If you with me, you with me. If you know, you know. And then they didn't comb the hair, they would break it up. And that ish would last you 2 weeks, okay? Okay. But she crimped my hair, and that's with Marcel's. And if you didn't know how to use your Marcel's, you could burn somebody's hair out. So she had crimped my hair, and normally I will only get my top layer crimped and leave the bottom part of it. So that means, you just gonna crimp the top in an illusion that the whole thing was crimped in the back. And I said, well, I asked, and her name was Felicia. I remember her name. I had her crimp the back of my hair. My hair was cute. It was crimped in the front, laid down on the sides. I was about 19 at the time, and it was crimped in the back. But when I shampooed my hair, all my hair, all of it, fell out in the shampoo bowl in the back. And that bingo laughed. I want to say the other word, but I'm going to try to stop cussing so much so I don't have to put that disclaimer. But sometimes I'll be in the mood. And so it all fell off. It was thin. So what I did was I shaved it all off. I got me a relaxer. I cut it short around the sides and the back, left the top up high. So I finally had that flat top I wanted. And then I got my name etched. Like how they doing the lines and the parts now. Well, I did my name, Mimi, across the side. And my brother Corey was like, when you do that, you got to be bald, right? I said, just do it, man. I'm ready. I'm down. I'm here for it. He's like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. I said, boy, if you don't just cut my hair. And so when I came home, my mama was like, I'm so sick of that ponytail. I said, well, you ain't got to be sick of it no more. And I rubbed my head. And she was like, oh my God. But I said all that to say, the chick from Oaktown 357, what's her name? Nasty Teas. It wasn't Sweet Tea, because I know who Sweet Tea was, because I used to wear my hair like hers too. I was just inspired. Hip hop inspired my fashion. Hip hop inspired my life. Hip hop and old school R&B. I want to love that feels like old school hip hop and R&B. It was fun. It wasn't no sparkles. It wasn't no sitting in sections. It wasn't no staring around looking. It wasn't guys being with guys and girls being with girls. I want to feel special. I want to feel important. I want to feel like love can stand the test of time. I want flowers for no reason. See, it's a guy I dated that turned me out on that. He would just send me flowers just because it was Tuesday. And once you get used to that, it's hard to adjust to anything else. Well, that's it. That's all. This episode was a little different because it was really about you, really for you. I know we talked about the 80s and the 90s, but it was really just me wanting to tell you thank you. It was really all about me wanting to let you know that I see you, I love you, I feel you, and there is no me without you. Now, I'm going to leave the links for the books if you haven't already purchased your copies. And they don't cost that much. These books are real inexpensive. So And tell a friend, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section when we on Silk Sessions After Hours Unfiltered and Silk Sessions After Dark. I just love you guys. Thank you to the MeMob. I think that I'm gonna call y'all, but see, it sounds so shallow. I don't know. Y'all gonna vote on it. So is it? Let me see what I got. I got 4 names, and y'all tell me what feels better for you. So, I wrote them down somewhere. Here they go. Okay, so the Me Mob, the Silky Circle, um, the After Dark Society. See, I don't want it to be real long. Um, and the Night Shift Crew. So y'all let me know what y'all like best. And that's what we gonna roll with. But the Me Mob show sounds good, don't it? The Me Mob. You are part of the Me Mob. I love you guys. This is your girl signing off, Mimi Michelle, your hairstylist, your author, and your podcaster. I'm the voice behind the pen, shifting the culture one plot at a time. And I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Grab your copy of The Night Shift at Hope Central, The Second Dose of Deception, and The Second Dose of Deception, The Reckoning on Amazon today. And don't forget, Camille is coming soon.